So today is the day we leave our hotel from Mombasa and go to Diani Beach. So this is right outside the hotel. So where we left off at in the last video, which was Mombasa. If you have not watched that, go ahead and watch that. But I did explain these flags, and then we did leave off of us getting onto the ferry inside of our Uber ride that we were taking to get to Diani Beach. So here we are going across the ocean inside of our Uber car on the ferry. So once we get there, we did have a while to drive, like a little while to drive to get to the Diani Beach from where we started. So here we are, Mombasa. We are basically at the south end here, and then we are taking a ferry across here to get over to Diani Beach. So as you can see, it's kind of a long way drive to get down to Diani Beach, but once we did get there, we did stay at the Diamonds Leisure Beach and Golf Resort, which is right there. So that is where we are going from this point. So fast forwarding that long ride over to Diani Beach, we are still in Kenya, but we are on the coastal part of Kenya. So we are no longer on Mombasa Island, but we are still in Kenya on the coastal side of Kenya. So this is the coastal part of Kenya, no longer on the island, heading to Diani Beach. All right, so like I said, it was a long ride, so I am going to fast forward some more. But while we were on our way, I had to get a video of this guy because he is wearing a Saints jersey. And of course, I'm originally from Louisiana. Who dat? Anyways, we did end up arriving to our resort, which once again was the Diamonds Leisure and Golf Resort. Now, we didn't do any golfing. I didn't even see any golfing. Maybe it was on the other side, but this is the resort that we stayed at. And when we pulled up, it was just so cute because they had the dancers out welcoming people into the resort, which I thought was really cool. But this is the resort that we stayed at. So yes, I do know how to record. I just had to get their feet because I don't like to get people's faces. So that's why I didn't get their faces. Anyways, so this is inside of the main resort area where you check in and everything. And they had monkeys. Okay, they had monkeys hanging from the rafters. So here in the United States, the animal that usually gets caught in stores are like birds, you know, because they come through the garden area, and the garden area is what? Outside. So when I seen a monkey, I said, you know, we is definitely not in America. Like Dorothy, we is not in Kansas anymore. Anyway, that monkey was just, it tickled me because why are you in here, sir? Get out. Anyways, this is the resort room. It was very nicely decorated and very nicely done. Made me feel at home. It had, you know, a nice big shower. It had American-sized vanity area. And it also had an American toilet. So I appreciated this resort room because I felt like I was back at home. This resort room was very nice. Anyways, this is where we stayed at when we went to Diani Beach at the Diamond Golf and Leisure Resort. Now, like I said, we didn't do no golfing. Didn't even see a golf cart. Probably was on the other side, but we weren't there to be golfing. We were just there to relax by the beach and just, you know, a chill period. So this is outside the little balcony area that we outside the balcony area of the room. So yeah, this was really nice. And then right outside the door, y'all, look at the blue ball monkey. I had no idea their blue balls was like a thing, but this monkey had them. So, and then this is a part of the resort as well. This was a little bar area on the right hand side, and this is what led out to the beach. Once I seen that blue, I said, hey, there's the beach. I was so happy. Anyways, I just had to get down and put my feet in the sand. But this is Diani Beach, and this is the Diamond Golf and Leisure Resort. So they actually had some Masai Mara guys that was on the beach. I think they were selling jewelry, but I wanted that black and red shield you see there. I wanted that, so we bought that from them, and then we also bought like that spear that you see I'm carrying. Now this is the shield in my bathroom that we bought from them. But the spear was confiscated, so I was unable to bring that back. Now, I do know people are able to bring those back as like souvenirs and things, but that man does confiscated my stuff. What I should have did, and what I know now, is that I should have just offered him money and he would have let me go. Like, it wasn't like he knew that was just a souvenir, but I should have offered him money. I didn't realize that it was just so easy just to offer them money and they'd be like, all right, go. Like, we were smuggled on the freaking train, even though we bought a train. You know what? That is a story for another day. We done bought a train. I'm going to tell it anyway. We done bought a train ticket and were smuggled on the train. Like, we were sitting back there with the cooks and shit. Like, no, I paid for a seat. I need my seat. Anyway, so yeah, Kenya's a funny place like that. Anyways, I was just looking cute in my little swimsuit top in Diani Beach. And of course, I love animals, but this little lizard thing, it was like tricolored, multicolored. It was just cute. It was blue and oranges. I just thought it was cute, so I had to record them. And then this one was just a regular one. That damn thing was so fast, I couldn't even record them. Anywho, they were just the little lizards around the rocks that surround the beach. So, of course, like you seen when we walked in, there were monkeys everywhere. Baby monkeys, adult monkeys, blue ball monkeys, mother monkeys. There were just monkeys all around the property. Now, one thing that the guards for the resort was doing is that they were slingshotting rocks to hit the monkeys, to get the monkeys away from the people, because one monkey stole a lady's food or something. She screamed and ran, and the man came with the slingshot. I said, oh, okay, well, go on ahead then. So it looks like it was somebody's birthday, but that's where we eat at. And here's some of the foods that they had served for dinner. And then, of course, this was at the bar that I showed at the beginning of the video. Of course, I had to have my little mixed cocktail, but anywho.
Yes, never try this at all, ladies and gentlemen. It's only the Lion Hearts Acrobats. The dark one is a big pro from this channel.
So this was the first night, and it was pretty cool because they actually had these dancers come out for some entertainment. So that was pretty cool to watch. So they had these camels on the beach, so of course I had to get on one and ride it. So here I am riding the camel. Now, if you ever rode a camel, you know ain't nothing too exciting about riding a camel, but it was there and I had to do it, so. Then I started seeing people like walking across to get to like this island, this sandbar or whatever this thing is called on the other side of the beach here. I seen people walking over to get over there, and then I'm like, well, heck, I want to get over there too. You know, being the free spirited that I am, I needed to get to the other side as well. So at the time, I didn't know that, because they were moving slow. I'm like, why are they moving slow? I didn't know that this area was filled with a lot of orchids, or I think they're called orchids, them little black balls with the spikes. Yeah, it was filled with those. Anyways, I started following a stranger across in the middle of the ocean to get to the other side because, like I said, I'm a free spirited. So here we are, me following a stranger in the middle of the ocean to get to the other side. So we had to watch out for those barb balls or whatever they were. Anywho, I was too short. Anyways, when I got to the other side, baby, I was like, I did it, and there he is. Look, if they want to show their face in my camera and they love the camera, you gonna see their face because, baby, he was camera ready. So that is why I'm showing his face, because he was loving the camera. Go on then, hey. But yeah.
They cut it, they dry it, and they make salt. Yeah. Also, they love it inside. No picture.
So yeah, he started showing me some of the sea animals that are out there, and he was very informative of some of these animals. So, you know, he's done this for a little bit, you know, taking people over there and going or talking about the sea animals that are over there. But yeah, he was very informative about those animals.
With that, cooking. Yeah.
Oh, look at the spider.
Yeah.
Now, baby, that wind was blowing, so you could barely hear him, but he was just talking about the animals that were out there and making a joke here and there. But yeah, other than that, that's basically what getting to the other side gets you. You know, you get to see some sea animals out there because during high tide, those animals are underwater. You know, they're in the ocean. So during low tide, you want to make sure you get over there and get back during low tide before the high tide comes back. So you won't be floating in the ocean. But I believe this was an octopus or something. There was something in there, and after he poked it, it did this little thing, and even though it's not gonna harm you if you're in the water, I didn't want to be nowhere near that purple stuff. So yeah, that's why I started backing up. But anywho, that was the excitement of being on the other side that I just had to experience, I guess. Those are fishes they sell at pet stores. Neon fishes. Okay, I think. So that fish was going by so fast, so you could barely see it. But it was actually a neon tetra, and I used to have some before my turtle ate them. Anyway, I was excited to see that. I was like, "Hey, there's the little neon tetras. This is where they come from." But anywho, this is the beach where I started from, and I am on the sandbar. So I was just recording the beach from the other side. And back there, you see that ocean is coming in, and it's coming in pretty fast. So I need to get back to the other side because I'm not trying to be out here when that ocean comes in, baby. So yeah, then me and my little informative tour guide, I guess that's we can call him a tour guide. We headed on back across to the other side. And yeah, y'all know I had to get my little 1-2 pictures in. But overall, Diani was a very good experience. The last night that we were there, they had the Masai Mara there dancing and doing their thing, their jumpings and their dancing. So it was overall a very good experience here at Diani Beach at the Diamond Golf and Leisure Resort. All right, y'all, that was my time here at Diani Beach. Don't forget to hit that like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you don't miss my next notification of when I post my next travel video. Thanks for watching. Bye!